Right now at 6, a local firefighter passes away after being involved in a golfing accident.
And we've got ourselves a bit of a cool start out there across the region. It'll warm up later, it'll be breezy, and then there'll be rain tonight. So look at that forecast, get you out the doors coming up.
Plus, an annual tradition brings people together to honor those in our community who sacrificed everything to protect us.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is now Monday, October the 21st, and it is going to be a great Monday.
Sure is.
Mondays can be good. Mondays can be good days,
Absolutely.
right? I don't see why they shouldn't
with
be.
the mindset of knowing that it's going to be a great day.
Exactly. That's the mindset you've got to have every day. And what makes today even better, though, is there will be water falling from the sky. Now, I know it's been a while since we've seen it, so don't be worried. Don't be alarmed. Just keep driving normally. It is rain, and that is what we'll be expecting later this evening into the overnight hours. However, the majority of today, there will be dry, warm, and breezy. Clear skies from our camera at downtown Pittsburgh. Clear skies also from our camera at 7th and Range Line in Joplin. And from the MoDOT camera at 20th and Range Line. We got, of course, a few cars on the road. Folks getting this Monday underway, and they're getting their day underway from the KDOT camera, 69 East 520th Avenue, just south of Pittsburgh. So let's talk about the future track. Heading into the afternoon, winds out of the south, gusting upwards of 20 to 30 miles an hour. So again, no outdoor burning. However, take a look at 4. Clouds over here in Greenwood County. Not much initially, but by the time we head later into the evening, we'll have scattered storms. And that's the key of this message, is these will be scattered. Not everyone will see rain, but more of us are expected to see rain this evening than what we have seen over the last several weeks out there. All right. Right now, though, 55 in Joplin, 49 in Pittsburgh, and we've had that just wild range of temperatures. We've got low 40s, mid, upper 40s, and then low, mid 50s, and some of them, another good example here, Parsons at 53, Chautauqua at 48, Joplin 55, Miami 42. You know, it's not a very long drive from here to there, and it's just kind of mixed like that across the region with those southerly winds. Kids getting on the bus this morning, looking at clear skies, south winds 5 to 10, about 50. And when they come back home, we're looking to be about 80. Mostly clear skies, maybe some passing clouds. Those winds gusting out of south 20, 30 miles an hour. And 80 is about where we're heading for our highs. So, of course, some of us, a degree or two cooler, maybe some of us a degree or two warmer. And a few passing clouds here or there. And again, otherwise breezy and certainly above normal. The rain moves in later this evening into the overnight. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about these warm temperatures and the windy conditions and how long all of that lasts here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, see you soon, Chris. Well, Friday at approximately 5:50 p.m., there was a vehicle accident in the Pittsburgh Judicial Center parking lot involving a Crawford County ballot drop box. Now, the driver of the vehicle stated that the glare of the sun caused the westbound vehicle to accidentally jump the curb and strike the ballot drop box. Pittsburgh police officers passing by pulled in and initiated an accident report. Officers also secured the ballots that were in the drop box. Now, Crawford County Clerk Lisa Lusker responded to the accident scene and took possession of the sealed ballots. Now, those ballots were transported directly to the Crawford County Courthouse by election officials. The accident is still under investigation, and you can find alternate places to drop off your ballot on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A man is dead and multiple others are injured following a serious crash involving an SUV and van near Baxter Springs. The Baxter Springs, Cherokee County first responders and Kansas Highway Patrol all were notified. The 2018 Ford SUV failed to stop at the intersection of Southeast Greenlaw Road and Southeast 20th Street and was struck by the westbound van. Now, the passenger of the SUV, 36-year-old Matthew Atkinson, died on the scene. The driver, 35-year-old Marianne Atkinson, suffered serious injuries and was transported to Freeman West. The driver of the van, 37-year-old Charlotte King, and her 4 minor passengers all sustained minor injuries. The male SUV passenger was the only one reported to not be wearing a seatbelt. Just after 8:30 p.m. Saturday night, first responders arrived on scene to an accident involving a motorized bicycle and SUV. Authorities tell us that 21-year-old David Bauman was operating the bicycle in the driving lane on I-49 near Jasper. Now, the SUV struck the bicycle from behind. Bauman was pronounced dead on scene, and the driver of the crash sustained no injuries. Well, Joplin area firefighter Tucker Berry passed away yesterday after being involved in an accident Saturday. The accident reportedly involved a golf cart. EMS transported Berry to the hospital with serious injuries. Now, Berry served as a Reddings Mill firefighter, a volunteer with Lockwood Fire, and was a Dade County first responder. Officials escorted firefighter Tucker Berry to the Joplin Regional Airport at 9:45 p.m. from Mercy Joplin north on Main Street to the private aviation terminal. Firefighter Berry was an organ donor, and he was transported by private plane to Kansas City in the care of a special medical donation team. Dade County 911 released a statement saying, quote, "We are so saddened to learn that Tucker did not survive. He was truly one of a kind. In true Tucker fashion, he will continue to serve others since he was an organ donor. Please pray for his family and his brothers and sisters with Reddings Mill, Lockwood Fire Protection District, and Dade County first responders. They will need support more than ever in the days ahead." 640, you were a special passion for community service that we will not forget, especially exuberant, hardworking, and dedicated. We will miss you and we'll take it from here, end quote. Well, an accident in Carthage yesterday afternoon left 3 people with minor injuries. However, it left a small portion of residents without power. Missouri State Highway Patrol tells us a northbound pickup truck failed to yield on County Road 164 to a westbound white pickup. The vehicles collided and were then thrown into a nearby utility pole. Liberty Utilities temporarily cut power. However, that power was restored a few hours later. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, you can download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. Well, a 37-year-old tradition of honoring local and national firefighters that have died in the line of duty took place in Girard yesterday afternoon. And new memorials have been added in memory of fallen local service members. KOAM's Mitch Adams has more.
We, as chiefs and previous chiefs, just went to a place where families can come and see their loved ones who can be recognized for giving the ultimate sacrifice.
For the 37th year in a row, area departments gather in Girard to mourn firefighters who lost their lives in the line of duty. Visitors came from as far as Illinois and Maryland to participate in the memorial. The intent of the service is to keep the memories of local and national heroes alive.
The service is we're honoring the fallen firefighters from the previous year, and it's good to honor them because they put their lives on the line every day when they go out and fight the fires or whatever they do. And I think it's an honor to Girard to have this fallen firefighter memorial every year.
This year's service hits close to home for Girard's Fire Chief Jeff Turner, who's still mourning the loss of his friend and former Girard Fire Chief Pete Scales. Chief Scales passed away at the age of 69 in 2022. He was with Girard Fire Department for over 30 years.
Chief Scales is a world of knowledge. He had a passion, a drive for the fire service. As a young fireman starting out in my early career, I looked up to this gentleman as a young fireman and idolized him. And as over my career, he has led me down the path of success, and that's why I cherish, his leadership, his knowledge and experience, and for his dedication to my success in the fire service as well.
A statue dedicated to Scales was unveiled at the memorial. It took place alongside a wreath presentation and a reading of more than 200 firefighters that died in the line of duty in 2023 alone. Approaching the 40th year of this memorial, Chief Turner describes the feeling of honoring these fallen heroes year after year.
It still gives a heavy heart knowing that, these 226 have gave the ultimate sacrifice. It shouldn't be that high of a number. But you figure out of those 226, the families, the friends, the people who the relationships with this individual is more than anybody could imagine, and it affects everybody. It affects us, our brotherhood and our sisters in our own organizations as well.
The Girard Fire Department plans to add more to its lawn memorial, including a plaque dedicating it to the brave firefighters who gave up their life as an ultimate sacrifice. In Girard, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
The next fallen firefighter memorial in Girard is already on the schedule. It will take place October 19th of next year. And that's a look at some of this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes coming up on the KOAM Morning News. Well, a new survey shows that it's taking young adults in the U.S. longer to find jobs due to the Great Stay. Plus, both presidential candidates try to win over undecided voters, with states already conducting early voting. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Monday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from Independence, Kansas, ahead of Niwola. Topping Nation Watch this morning. Well, it appears to be taking longer for some young adults to find jobs in the United States. According to recent Labor Department data, the share of employed Americans between 20 and 24 years old declined the most of any age group last month compared to 2023. That was followed by a slightly smaller decline among people 25 to 34 years old compared to last year. Unemployment remains historically low, and there are still more job openings than before the COVID-19 pandemic. However, economists say the reason younger adults are having trouble is because of the Great Stay. It's when companies are very slow to hire and very slow to fire. Well, CVS Health announced a new president and CEO in the wake of layoffs. David Joyner is replacing Karen Lynch. Joyner most recently served as executive vice president of CVS Health and president of CVS Caremark. It's a pharmacy services business. And the shakeup comes as CVS shares have dropped more than 25% this year. The company laid off nearly 3,000 workers, most of them corporate, earlier this month. It also got rid of another 5,000 corporate workers last year. Well, the clock is ticking for both presidential candidates to win over undecided voters, with dozens of states already conducting early voting and just 15 days to go until Election Day. Over the weekend, both candidates were out in full force attending church services, NFL games, and even working the drive-thru at a McDonald's. Jared Hill has more from New York.
Like it all.
Former President Donald Trump donned an apron at a McDonald's in Bucks County, Pennsylvania over the weekend, serving fries to pre-selected supporters and pushing without evidence claims that Vice President Kamala Harris didn't work at the fast food chain while in college, as she said she did.
She never worked at McDonald's.
Trump also attended a Steelers game and participated in a town hall while stumping in the Keystone State Sunday.
We're going to let them frack like a duck. Frack. We're going to get your energy bills down at a level that you haven't seen before.
The latest CBS News poll shows both candidates running neck and neck in Pennsylvania with just over 2 weeks until Election Day. Today, Harris will kick off a 3-state blitz starting in Pennsylvania. She landed there yesterday after spending her 60th birthday at 2 churches in Georgia.
What kind of country do we want to live in? A country of chaos, fear, and hate, or a country of freedom, compassion, and justice?
Harris was serenaded by music legend Stevie Wonder, and she sat for an interview with MSNBC.
Donald Trump should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. He has not earned the right.
Telling host Al Sharpton that Trump using an expletive to describe her at a rally Saturday demeans the nation's top office. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Well, today, Vice President Harris is campaigning with former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Former President Trump will hit the trail in North Carolina. And that's a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're taking a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Now, again, on the local level, really not anything out there, but off to our west, we've got a line of showers and storms, and eventually later this evening into the overnight, some of those showers and storms will make it into our area. Yeah, the details on that and the full forecast in just a few more minutes on the KOAM Morning News.
Well, first responders make a daring rescue hundreds of feet in the air. Patrick Cornell shows us the incredible body cam video, and take a look at this.
We'll get you down. Check out this first-person view as Sergeant Alex Eckstein climbs a radio tower to save a man stranded 250 feet in the air in Minnesota.
I've never experienced anything this physical or mentally draining.
Aerial video gives us a vivid picture of the danger involved in this exploit. With his partner, Chief Sam Seal, already at the top, Sergeant Eckstein slowly traverses the tower for nearly 30 minutes to get into position.
Unbelievable that person was able to hold on that long.
Then, the hard work, a high-angle rescue.
I put the patient harness on him.
And slowly, the pair helped rappel the man down the tall tower, getting him to safety on the ground where he was taken to the hospital.
We don't want to have to do it again, but we'll be prepared for it.
Here's another heroic effort. A 17-year-old kayaker stranded at sea for nearly 12 hours. This video shows the Coast Guard plucking the team from the water near Honolulu, Hawaii in the dead of night. Members of the team's high school kayaking team reported him missing, and a serious search effort kicked off around 8:30 at night. It wasn't until 4 in the morning crews spotted the kid clinging to his boat a half-mile offshore. Officials say the teen lost his paddle and swam for hours and hours to stay close to shore. They got him on board and took him to the hospital in serious condition. Rescuers say it's a miracle they found him alive. This teeny tiny edition of a popular toy might drive you mad. Japanese toy maker Mega House created the world's smallest Rubik's Cube. So small, you may need tweezers to solve the thing. This tiny trinket is 1/1000th of the size of a normal Rubik's Cube, each side measuring 5 millimeters across. One of these bad boys will run you more than $5,000. For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got, again, a few showers and storms off to our west. Those will be here later tonight. Ahead of that, though, warm and breezy. Another full look at your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is officially 6:23 in about 4 seconds. Okay, just now it's going to be 6:24. And this is where we're starting. It was with the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Now, nothing really in our area at this point. What we're looking forward to later is this line of showers and storms stretching from central Nebraska all the way down through the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. Now, the good news is for us, we are not anticipating any severe weather with this activity, but it will eventually make its way into our area later this evening. Now, between here and there, we are looking at mostly clear skies, just a few passing clouds and south winds gusting anywhere from 20 upwards of 30 miles an hour. By 5, some clouds, a couple of showers starting to roll into the far western edges of our area. And then as we go through the evening, after about 6, 7 o'clock, that's where we're going to start to see these scattered showers and storms. Now, again, scattered is the key word here, as not everyone necessarily will see rain, but this is the best chance of rain we have seen in weeks. And this will continue through the late night and overnight hours and into early Tuesday morning. Now, by 5 on Tuesday, there may be a lingering shower or storm. The majority of us will be dry and clearing out. It's going to be breezy overnight. In fact, winds increase tonight, and they'll increase more so as we go into Tuesday, as we start to see those gusts 30, 40 miles an hour across the area. Tuesday also looks to be our hottest day this week, or at least over the next several days even, as we go mid-upper 80s, and as you can see here with Coffeyville, Bartlesville, maybe even a couple of low 90s. Then we have a boundary Wednesday. It'll still be breezy on Wednesday, but they come back down to that 20 to 30 mile an hour range. And that boundary, while it doesn't really do much, it will bring our temperatures down a few degrees, but we're still going to be above average. So those winds again today, it's like what we've seen the last few gusty days. 20 mile an hour gusts out to the east, and then we get into that 30 mile an hour zone as you head a little further west. All of us seeing the winds increase as that line of storms comes through tonight, and the winds by this time tomorrow morning could be gusting 30, 40 miles an hour in some cases, so do keep this in mind. And again, of course, over the next few days, no outdoor burning. By Tuesday afternoon, those winds will begin to shift on us. And again, by Wednesday, with that boundary coming through, we'll have another period of relatively gusty winds. Right now in Joplin, it is 55 degrees. The skies are clear. The wind is out of the south at about 9 miles an hour. And temperatures around the region, it's a wide range, but that gap is starting to close. We still have some low, mid, upper 40s and low to mid 50s as we get this Monday underway. All of us heading for warmer temperatures, about 50 to start. Again, a few clouds here and there, breezy conditions through the morning, 70 by 11 o'clock. As we head into the afternoon, highs about 80 degrees. And of course, as you know, we have a very large coverage area. So some of you may be upper 70s, others may be a couple of degrees above this, but 80 is going to be about the average out there. Then we have a brief period of clear skies. Clouds begin to increase after 7, as do our scattered shower and thunderstorm chances through the evening and overnight, as well as we'll fall back down to about 60 degrees. And again, with those windy conditions out there. Our hot day tomorrow, mid upper 80s, maybe a couple low 90s, still breezy into Wednesday. After Wednesday, and that boundary pushes through, yes, we're still almost 10 degrees above normal, but at least we're not 20 degrees above normal like we could be tomorrow. We'll go upper 70s, low 80s heading into the weekend and next week with a few partly cloudy days out there. So unfortunately, after this rain tonight, we have another dry stretch ahead of us. Let's check your forecast. We're going to toss it over to Elise now with Health Watch.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, bariatric weight loss surgery is more cost effective over the long term than popular weight loss drugs. A study by the American College of Surgeons says drugs like Wegovy and Saxenda can cost $800 to $1,200 a month and aren't always covered by insurance. Now, bariatric surgery, on the other hand, is a one-time cost of $17,000 to $22,000 and may be covered by some insurance plans under certain circumstances. Well, cancer patients are 5 times more likely to experience bankruptcy. Those are the findings of a report on the financial toll of cancer by Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Harvard Medical School. Well, patients with cancer had higher debt and lower credit scores than people without cancer. The study's authors say financial security should be a priority in cancer care. Well, and music could help you recover from surgery more quickly. A study by California North State University found that patients who listened to music after surgery experienced less pain, had reduced anxiety, and were less likely to use opioids. Doctors say any type of music the patient enjoys provides a benefit. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, a car meetup in Carl Junction helps to raise money for a good cause.
And we've got a bit of a chilly start to the day out there. It will warm up, it will be breezy, and then for some of us, it will rain. Now look at that forecast, get you out the doors. Coming up.
Plus, the Parsons Police Department holds a public safety fair to help educate the public.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:31. I'm Elise Noe. What's wrong with that? Is it
no,
not
I forgot my
6:31?
name. I was not in the studio just now. I just drew a blank. I'm Chris Warner, by the way. There it is. See?
There you go.
That's why we say it. That's why it's there, because I
forget
just drew a
sometimes.
complete blank. I was deer in the headlights for a second.
I like how you didn't remember your name and I didn't know if I said the correct time. We're just, maybe it still is Monday.
It is Monday. It's going to be a great Monday, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be a bit rocky at times. And we do have some rain on the way, so do not fear when the water starts to fall from the sky later. But do watch out, because here's the deal. It's been extraordinarily dry. Wet roads after this kind of dry spell, it's going to make them pretty slick, so do be cautious. Otherwise, at least right now, we are clear, we are dry, we are cool. It's our camera downtown Pittsburgh, our camera at 7th and Range Line, looking great as well. We'll head down to the MoDOT camera, 20th and Range Line. Got a few folks starting their day on this Monday. Again, probably already working for that weekend. And the KDOT camera, rather, at 69 East 520th Avenue. A few more folks on the road, ready to get to work and ready to get this work week started, because the quicker you get it started, the quicker it's over, right? Well, sometimes it works that way, sometimes it doesn't. Between now and the time we start getting rain, we'll have a few clouds. It's going to be warm, it's going to be windy. South winds gusting from 20, potentially upwards of 30 miles an hour the further west you are, and those temperatures climbing around 80 degrees. And then here we are, after about 7, we get this line of showers and storms. Now, they'll be scattered, so not everyone will see rain, but these are the best chances of rain we have had in quite quite some time. And some good news, even though we may get a thunderstorm or two, we're not expecting any severe weather. That's the last thing we need. We just need the rain at this point. And hopefully we're going to get a little bit tonight. 55 in Joplin, 49 in Pittsburgh. We've got that wide range of temperatures still across the area, but that gap is slowly closing. Low, mid, upper 40s, and then eventually into the low, mid 50s out there as we start this Monday. And some, again, wide variances in temperatures. This is a great example here now. 55 Joplin, 43 in Miami. Just a short drive down the pike, and it's considerably cooler. Looking to be about 50 when the kids get on the bus this morning. Clear skies, south winds 5 to 10, and it will not take long for those south winds to do their thing and start picking up. 5 to 10, gusts 20, and the further west you are, the higher those gusts will be, so 20 to 30 miles an hour. Still clear and quite warm. We're looking at highs on the average day, about 80 degrees, maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher, depending on exactly where you are. A few clouds out there, breezy conditions, then the rain moves in tonight. It's going to remain windy and quite warm over the next few days. We'll go over those details with you in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
Chris, thanks. Well, the Parsons Police Department held a public safety fair Saturday. The event was family friendly and open to the public for free. At the fair, attendees had the chance to witness a K-9 demonstration, view emergency vehicles, and get free child safety seat inspections by certified technicians. KOAM's very own meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney was also in attendance to talk about weather safety. Well, Carl Junction Residential Care partnered with Cruise in Maine to help raise money for Christmas presents for the residents in their care. The cruise included a bake sale, music, and a parking lot full of cars, trucks, and bikes. They also held a trunk or treat.
It's really important that we have these events so we can raise money for activities for our residents, Christmas parties, and things that the residents should need.
Well, Carl Junction Residential Care also has an a resident program where a family can buy a gift from a wish list from the resident for $50 or less. Well, last week was homecoming week in Pittsburgh, and it's all was leading up to the big game. Pitt State kicked off Saturday's homecoming as usual with their homecoming parade. Now the parade route tracking straight through the middle of downtown Pittsburgh.
I think it's just a really good opportunity to show the community what we do, but also just to be a part of everything that's going on. I think, honestly, the PSU Homecoming Parade is one of the biggest community events that Pittsburgh has sometimes, and I think it's just really good for the girls to get out into the community, but also to get the chance to dance and for the community to see what we do.
Pitt State fans lined the streets and were rooting on the Gorillas as they got ready to play Fort Hays State. Well, directly following the Pitt State Parade was the Homecoming Gorilla Fest. Now, the Gorilla Fest took place just east of Carney Smith Stadium in Gorilla Village. The entertainment kept all those in attendance amped up before the big game. Well, barbecue lovers, there will soon be a museum just for you. The world's first museum of barbecue is scheduled to open next year in Kansas City, Missouri, a city known for great barbecue. It's founded by cookbook author Jonathan Bender, and he says the museum will have an interactive exhibits about the history of barbecue, exploring different sauces and meats by region. The museum is under construction and set to open next spring. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Dozens of frozen waffles were recalled over the weekend due to listeria concerns. And we have a warm and partly cloudy day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Sky Watch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from Independence, Kansas, ahead of Newola. In Consumer Watch this morning, union workers at Boeing are set to vote on a new contract proposal that could end their 5-week-long strike. The union said the deal would increase pay by 35% over 4 years. That's up from the 30% that was offered last month. It would also boost upfront bonuses from $6,000 to $7,000. The proposal still does not include a key demand from the union to restore the traditional pension plan, though it does increase the company's match in its 401k plan. The vote is scheduled for Wednesday. Well, more than 500 varieties of frozen waffles were recalled over the weekend due to listeria concerns. The waffles were manufactured by Treehouse Goods and sold under more than a dozen major store brands, including Walmart's Great Value and Target's Good and Gather. No illnesses have been reported so far. Consumers are urged to throw out their recalled products or return them to the store for a refund. And it was a big weekend for scary movie sequels at the domestic box office. Smile 2 debuted at the top with $23 million, while Terrifier 3 was third with $9.3 million. Family friendly The Wild Robot split the two at second, pulling in over $10 million. And that's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're going to start with a quick look outside again from our camera in downtown Pittsburgh. Skies are clear and conditions are calm and dry for now, but that will change as we head through the morning and then later this evening. Quick look from our camera at 7th and Rangeline. Again, folks getting their day underway, and it's looking pretty good. Still clear skies out there. MoDOT camera, 20th and Rangeline. A few more folks lining up on the roadways. Of course, is now looking back to the north along Rangeline, and the KDOT camera 69 East 520th Avenue. These folks getting their Monday underway, and a great Monday it's going to be, because Monday, the day is only bad if you perceive it to be so. As we head into the afternoon, south winds 5-10 miles an hour, gusting from 20 to 30 miles an hour out there. So this is one of those situations, again, the further west you are, the stronger the winds will be. Temperatures, again, above normal as we push into right around 80 degrees. But take a look at 4. It's hard to see, but you see these little clouds in Greenwood County? Wait until you see what happens by 8 o'clock. We've got scattered showers and storms out there. Now, they're going to be hit and miss. Okay, not everyone necessarily will see rain tonight, but more of us will see rain than have seen rain over the last several weeks. And good news is, as well, with these showers and storms, we're not anticipating any severe weather with this, which is great. We don't need hail and gusty, strong, severe winds or anything like that. We just need some rain, and that's what we'll get overnight tonight. 55 in Joplin, coming up a bit in Pittsburgh, now sitting at 50 degrees. And as we look at temperatures across the area, again, it's a bit mixed, but those gaps are beginning to progressively close. But here's an example of what I mean, like 43 Miami, 55 in Joplin. That's not a very long drive down I-44, but that's a pretty big difference of 12 degrees out there. So we're in the low, mid, upper 40s and then low to mid 50s as we start our Monday. Kids getting on the bus this morning. Clear skies, about 50, south winds 5 to 10. Winds picking up this morning, and it'll be gusty later this afternoon when bus brings them home. Maybe a few clouds here and there, 80 degrees. All right, I'm going to talk more about your forecast, talk about this rain, talk about this heat, and talk about this wind here in just a moment. We're also going to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, but first, here's what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Vladimir Jutip. Coming up on CBS Mornings, EGOT winner Jennifer Hudson will join us to talk about the new season of her talk show. Also, a double dose of Wayans. Damon Sr. and Jr. will talk with us about the premiere of their CBS comedy, Papa's House. And, of course, we'll have another edition of Beg Knows America. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
All right, time for those Monday birthdays, and we're going to start in Lawrence, Kansas, with Charlie Miller celebrating birthday number 5. Says love from Papa and Uma, Oren, and Ray Ray.
And a happy 7th birthday to Emerson Bugney.
And in Gerard, Mason celebrating birthday number 8. Says from Grammy, Grandpa, Dad, and Haley, we love you very much.
And heading over to Iola, happy 10th birthday to Craig Lee Ballard.
All right, and this one's a special one for me. This is our oldest, my stepdaughter, Trinity, celebrating number 13. And it's kind of really strange because I think she's been 13 for about 2 years now. But a very happy birthday, officially celebrating yesterday, and looking forward to a lot more of those to come.
And a happy birthday to Colvin Whitley, turning 15 today over in Cherryville.
And in Seneca, Cammie Borland celebrating birthday number 31. Happy birthday, Cammie.
And in Cherryville, a happy 55th birthday to Sarah Dreisbach.
And in Cherokee, Bobby Westervelt celebrating birthday number 77 says happy birthday from the class of 65 at Cherokee County Rural High School.
And over in Baxter Springs, a happy birthday to Laura Atkinson.
And in Altamont, Jeff and Susan Cunningham celebrating their 45th year of wedded bliss, and they're pictured there with the one and only Mitch Holtis.
And over in Pittsburgh, a happy 51st birthday to Larry and Diana Polston.
I believe that's an anniversary.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Every time. I'm telling you,
Every time.
it's something.
Happy anniversary. I'm so
and
sorry.
happy birthday when it comes up, I
Yes,
suppose.
absolutely.
I think we've got this young lady here, and she's extraordinarily important to us because this is Abby Nielsen, and she is sitting back there now. This is the Abby I talk about when I'm like, I'm sorry, Abby, when I'm apologizing to her for completely throwing her show off the rails. This is Abby, and so she deserves very happy birthday wishes because she has to put up with me 5 days a week, and how she does it is beyond me. But a very happy birthday to you, Abby.
Yes, happy birthday. And continuing our list with Peggy Kimmel. Happy birthday.
And we've got Melissa True celebrating another year wiser.
And over in Columbus, happy birthday to Mary Teal. It says here, happy birthday from everyone at First Christian Church in Columbus.
Also in Columbus, Kent and Glenda Susie celebrating their 36th anniversary. A very happy anniversary to the Susies. All right, that is a list that we'd like to see repeat.
Yes.
Not the same people, of course, not until a year from now, but we want these lists to be that long.
Yes,
what can they do to help us out here?
Go ahead and submit those birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays at KOAMnewsnow.com. Be sure to include those photos and messages and to, of course, meet the deadline that you see there at the bottom of your screen.
That deadline, very important because you want to make sure that your birthday gets in on time for when it's supposed to air. All right, this is the Skywatch Storm Tracker, and right now, here at home, there's absolutely nothing on it. But I have some good news. We're going to take it a little further to the west. Look at that. I know it's been a while since we've seen it. I saw it and I went, hold on. I know what this stuff is. I know what these colors are supposed to represent. It's something good. And then I remembered. It's rain. We haven't seen rain in so long. It's just insane how dry it's been around the area. You guys know at home the drought situation is extreme to severe across the entire region at this point, but we actually have some rain chances as we head later into this evening and into the overnight hours as this activity, which again stretches from central Nebraska all the way down into the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. See, look at how far south that. See, look at this. Now we have a severe thunderstorm out there too. Now we're not expecting severe weather in our area, but you can tell. I mean, this is from Lubbock all the way back north. I was just kind of curious. I haven't looked all the way northeast of North Platte into Nebraska. It's a good line of rain. Now, unfortunately, these shower and thunderstorm chances, it's going to be scattered by the time it gets here. In fact, it's a little scattered right now. So not everyone's going to see rain, but more of us will see rain tonight than have seen rain in the last few weeks out there. Ahead of that, though, it's going to be warm. It's going to be breezy. South winds gusting from 20 to 30 miles an hour, and our temperature is upwards of 8 to 12 degrees above normal. By 5 o'clock, you can see clouds working into our far western counties. A little bit of shower activity out there, but we put this thing down a few more hours and take a look. Again, it's not overly impressive. It's not a ton of rain, but it is the most rain we've seen on the future track, and I don't know how long. We'll have these scattered shower and thunderstorm chances, and they will continue through the overnight hours and into very early Tuesday morning out there, so at least some of us will get some kind of rainfall, and that's better than no rainfall at all. Now, something else to keep in mind, not only is it going to be breezy today, wind speeds increase a bit tonight and even more so on our Tuesday. As we start our Tuesday, an isolated shower storm may be out there, but they will clear out very quickly. Winds tomorrow gusting 30 to 40 miles an hour, and it is going to be even warmer. Now, Tuesday, though, looking to be our hottest day over the next several days. So here's a look at those winds today. Again, they're a little higher out west, a little softer to the east, but still 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. And then overnight tonight, this is late tonight, you can see those winds picking up with those showers and storms. Now we're looking at gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour, and that's going to be the case through a good portion of our Tuesday. Quick look at temperatures. We're sitting at 55 in Joplin. Winds are south at 9. We got mostly clear skies out there. Temperatures still ranging anywhere from the low mid 40s, upper 40s, and then low to mid 50s. But either way, paint it an above average day for most of us as we start. Looking to be about 50 by 8. 8, mostly clear skies, few clouds, breezy, 70 by 11 o'clock this morning. We're going to have another look at your forecast and the news you need to know here in just a moment. And when we switch over to Fox 14, we're going to hear how a stolen bird named Tofu and his California owner are reunited once again.
Well, here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. A Joplin area firefighter, Tucker Berry, passed away yesterday after being involved in an accident Saturday. The accident reportedly involved a golf cart. Now, EMS transported Berry to the hospital with serious injuries. Berry served as a Readings-Mill firefighter, a volunteer with Lockwood Fire, and a Dade County first responder. Officials escorted firefighter Berry to the Joplin Regional Airport to a private aviation terminal where he was transported by private plane to Kansas City in the care of a special medical donation team. Well, a man is dead and multiple others are injured following a serious crash involving an SUV and van near Baxter Springs. The Ford SUV failed to stop at the intersection of Southeast Greenlaw Road and Southeast 20th Street and was struck by a van. Now, the driver of the SUV sustained serious injuries and was transported to Freeman while the passenger died on the scene. All occupants of the van sustained minor injuries. Well, Friday evening, a vehicle, Crawford County ballot box at the Pittsburgh Judicial Center parking lot. Now, the driver stated that the glare of the sun caused the vehicle to accidentally jump the curb and strike the ballot drop box. Pittsburgh police initiated an accident report and secured the ballots that were in the drop box. The ballots were then transported directly to the Crawford County Courthouse by election officials. The accident is still under investigation. And that's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And as you head out the door, it's a bit cool out there. Warmer later, about 80, a few clouds here and there, and south winds gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour. Those wind gusts pick up later this evening, 30, 40 miles an hour, and that continues into tomorrow. After 7, scattered showers and thunderstorms out there, and we'll fall back to about 60. Those showers and storms last through the overnight, clearing out tomorrow. Tomorrow, our hottest day over the next several days, as we're mid-upper 80s out there. Winds still gusting Wednesday. A boundary comes in, cools us back slightly into the upper 70s and low 80s.
Alrighty. Well, coming up today at noon, we're making coconut cream pie in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, or your only local morning news continues. This morning, we'll hear from a few representatives from the American Heart Association on how your donations can help those in need.
Plus, cast members from the Pitt State Theater Department inviting us to their performance, which is happening this weekend. Details only if you stick around, though. That's going to wrap it up for us for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.